Hey, all right. Some people are having a tough time with surface area or volume. And so I wanted to make this real quick just to show off two different problems in the 11.5 worksheet number two, just so that we have a little bit maybe better understanding of how to find surface area and volume for some of these things. First thing you need to understand is that we have big B. This is the area of the base of whatever shape is considered the base. That could be a triangle. That could be an equilateral triangle. That could be a trapezoid. That could be just any regular polygon, like a hexagon or a octagon or anything like that. We've found out how to find the area of all these different shapes. Base times height divided by 2, right? That's for a triangle. This one we've kind of snuck in there. It's a side squared times radical 3 all over 4. You'll find that in the notes in, I think it's 11.3 maybe. Trapezoids are 0.5 or 1/2 times the height times base 1 times base 2. And then we've done a lot of work here with regular polygons using apophthegms and the perimeter. Right? And so in these kinds of problems, you're going to have to use more often than not sine, cosine, and tangent to find the apothem, to find the side. I can't write tangent for a reason on here, but that is going to be a key to finding the volume and surface area for all these kinds of problems. Okay, so let's turn over to, I think it's number 7 through 9. We need to find the area of the base and then the height. Well, the height they already give you, right? It's 24. Why did I know that? Okay, because I know this is the base. Whatever the base is what makes the shape. I don't care about the rectangles that are on the sides, right? None of those are the base. The base is the shape, the polygon that is created at both ends of your shape. Okay, so this looks like it's a hexagon, right? It could be a rectangle, so then you just have, right, a rectangle. You're just finding the area of the base, which is a rectangle. It could have been a triangle. So you have to piece together which shape is the base first, and then they usually just give you the height in that situation. So 24, that one's already done. And so for both of these problems that we're going to do two problems, this one and another one. I'm going to find the surface area and the volume. Okay, even though it just asks for a volume in this worksheet, I'm just going to find both. All right. Well, we need the area of the base because both of these equations call for that, right? They have the big B. All right. So let's find the area of the base. Well, this is a hexagon. If we redrew it poorly, maybe I'll try that again. But maybe you want to redraw this. That might help you understand what you're finding here. All right, that's a little better. And so that's this turned around, right? We know that all the sides, it says, is 16. Okay, in order to find the area of a hexagon, looks like it's a regular polygon, so we're going to have to use this formula. 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter. Well, for this problem, we know the perimeter, it's 16 times 6, because each of these sides is 16, right? So 16 times 6, put that in the calculator. I got 96. So I'm using this one. Maybe I'll use 0.5 times the apothem. I don't know the apothem yet, but I know the perimeter. It's 96. It was 6 times 16. That's another way to find it. All right, we need the apothem. How do we find the apothem? The apothem goes from the middle down to the side, creates that right angle, which also creates that right triangle. Okay, if you find the central angle, should be 360 divided by 6, because there's 6 sides, which is 60, divided by 2, which is 30. So I'm saying that this right here is 30 degrees, which means this is 60 degrees, and you can go from either one, which is fine. But here comes the sine cosine stuff, right, that we've done before in 11.3. Okay, so maybe let's just pick this one right here. So it looks like I have 8 because it cut in half, the 16 in half. 8's on that side, so I have the opposite adjacent. So it looks like I'm going to use tangent. Tangent of 60, because I'm going from the 60 side, equals x, because that's the apothem, and then my bottom adjacent, which is 8, which then turns into 8 tangent 60. That's going to be my apothem, which is what I want to throw in right here, right? Then I'm going to have the base. Okay, so let's maybe just punch that in the calculator. 0.5 times, you can write it in your calculator, times 8 tangent 60, and just put parentheses around everything here, times 96. I got about 665.108-ish, right? And then you can say meters squared, because it's an area. All right, so that's kind of half the battle there. Now, we've only found the big B. Now we need to use it to find surface area. All righty, let's do that. So 2 times the base. Now, what you really should be doing is throwing this in right here into your calculator. So maybe just taking the answer, right? Maybe in your calculator it'll look like this. 2 times the answer plus, and really this is the 665.108, right? Plus the perimeter of the base. All right, we found that. That's actually just this, 96. Okay, times the height. Well, we have the height, 24 times 24. All right, this is what you could actually just punch in your calculator and get your final answer for surface area. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. 2 times the answer. Usually you press the second button, and then the answer button is the kind of the negative sign on the very bottom, right next to enter. Great. Put parentheses around that. Plus, I'm going to double parentheses this just to make sure. Parentheses can be your friend. If you don't put enough parentheses, it could bite you in the butt. Great. I have all this put into the calculator, and I get the surface area equals 3,634.21. 5, sure, whatever, or 2, whatever. Okay. Now this worksheet didn't call for the surface area, but I just found it for you, just because I'm showing you how to find this kind of thing, in case you're stuck on the first page or some other parts of the notes or a future quiz or something like that. Okay, and this should be meters squared because it's a surface area. So everything on the outside of the object. Great, let's go find the volume. We've already kind of done all the dirty work here. I like volume because it has less involved to punch in the calculator. The volume looks like it's that base, that answer right here, times the height. So, I mean, really what I would do is go back to this whole thing, including this, and type that into the calculator. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do point. Now, it sounds redundant, but it does get you a more precise answer than just throwing this in for big B. Okay, so I'm going to, like I said, it sounds tedious, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm taking this again up here. I'm going to type that in again to the calculator. So I have that exact tangent craziness going on in it. 96, right? This is the big B times the H. We know the H. That's easy, 24. Right over here. Okay, this is what I'm going to punch in the calculator to get the most precise answer. All right, I'm doing that right now, just so we have the right answer. 96 times 24. All righty, is that what I got for my answer? Oh, sorry, I'm looking at a different problem. Yeah, that's what I got. I was a little nervous. I was looking at a different problem. All right, so I got the 15,962.58. And this would be in meters cubed, because now we're talking about volume, which is everything inside the shape. All right, so I'm hoping this helps so far with a different polygon here. Now, if you're ready to go, you can get going and try another one on your own, and just try this one even by yourself and maybe see if this matches up with what you got. If you're done with the video, then you can stop it. But let's try this one for both surface area and volume. Well, first off, determine what your shape is. Looks like it's a triangle. Okay. Looks like it's an isosceles triangle, so it's not an equilateral, so we can't pull that one. We need to find the base. What is the area of a triangle? This formula. Let's go back. Area of a triangle, 1/2 times base times height. Okay, so we don't have the height of this, right? We have the slants. We don't have the height, so we need this, right? So I'm going to cut that in half. That's 8. We know this is 30 over here. We have a right triangle. So guess what? We're going to use that Pythagorean theorem to go find that height, so that we can punch it into the triangle formula. Yes, there's a lot of formulas in this, but you gotta that's part of geometry. You gotta know what formulas to punch in. All right, so you have 8 squared plus b squared equals c squared, which is 30 squared. All right. So let's do that on the calculator. You're going to subtract 64 from 900. You get, this is going to be your B. Okay, and it's going to get you a bunch of, it's about 28.91, blah, 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 blah. Try to use this exact thing into your base. Otherwise, your other numbers are going to be way off. All right, so it should be, the base is 0.5 times, or 1/2 times, or base times height divided by 2. Looks like the height is 8 square root of 836, and then the height looks like it's, or sorry, that's the height, my bad. And then the base looks like it's 16, right? So times 16. All right, now you punch this in the calculator. Times 16, great. Looks like you get the base equals 231.31 centimeters squared. This is an area. Great. We're going to need that later. Height. Well, we just found the height. Great. It's the square root of 836. Oh, sorry. That's wrong. You hopefully heard that was wrong right away. Height of the actual prism. That's what it's talking about. This, right? So that's 38. That was easy. Centimeters. Okie dokie. Surface area, let's try that out. 2 times the base. Oh, we just found the base. Looks like the base. And remember, if you want the most precise answer, you want to type in either answer or re-type in all this in right here. Plus perimeter of the base. 30 plus 30 plus 16. Let's see. That's going to be 76. Times the height. We just found the height was 38. Great. I'm going to type this in the calculator, see what I get. Sometimes I do go, this is what I do when I punch in the calculator. Parenthesis, 2 times answer, parenthesis, plus this stuff multiplied together. But if you like to take it one thing at a time, totally fine. Just hopefully you get the right same thing as I do. Plus 76 times 38. Surface area equals 3,350.62 centimeters squared, because it's the area. All right, last but not least, the volume. This is what we were all waiting for. Hopefully it's a little easier this time because it's just base times height, right? Big B. So the big B was this, right? This stuff. So if you want a most precise answer, you punch this right here, and then you multiply it by the height, which was 34. So it looks like you could do this, 0.5 times square root of 836 times 16. All this is the base times the height, which is 38. Nice. Let's do it. 0.5. Oh, yeah, that's right. 0.5 times square root 836 times 16 times 38. This is what I got. Oh, it is what I got. 8,789.75 centimeters cubed equals a volume. Yay, we did it. Okay, I'm hoping this helps. Let me know if you have more questions, but yeah, I hope this goes better. And then just shoot me a picture of something or tell me exactly where the problem is, and hopefully we can pinpoint that. Yep. All right, see you next time.